Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews. And today we are taking a look at the Metal Slug girls. Now I have to read the back of the boxes to see what their names are. The blonde is named, is it Ari Kasamoto? She doesn't look Japanese. And that definitely sounds like a Japanese last name. And Fiolina, Germi, that is the one with that cap, with the kind of like baseball cap. So I know these are kind of on the old side. They've been out for a long time, I should say, and they've been sitting on BBTS forever. They were sold out on places like 5K Toys and stuff like that, where you could get them for way cheaper. And so I went on ahead and bit the bullet. I had been wanting them for a while, but unfortunately I didn't jump on the bandwagon when 5K Toys had them for probably half the price that Big Bad Toy Store had them for. But I was like, fuck it. I've been wanting them, might as well get things I want, even though they are overpriced. So this is I'm going to go ahead and do a review for both of them, because they basically have the same outfits on, just slightly different colors, same bodies, just the heads are different. Just taking a look at, what's this one called? What's this one's name? Fiolina. So she's the one with the baseball cap, and she looks good. I mean, they both look really, really good. Baseball cap doesn't seem to come off, but the material that is being used feels like a baseball cap. Or it feels like, well, it's not quite baseball cap-ish. All this is cloth goods. So her upper body seems to be made out of a kind of I won't call it silicone, because it is softer than normal plastic. It might just be a really soft plastic or a much harder silicone. I think it's just a really soft plastic. And I say that because her neck joint is very similar to a Storm Collectibles figure. You even got I think this is called the clavicle. I think that area is called. It's even sculpted and shaded there. But it's very much like a Storm Collectibles figure, where it's a giant, a really long dumbbell peg going into the chest, I believe. At least probably somewhere down here. Yeah, so you can't really squeeze the boobs that much. It's definitely soft enough to move that neck. So I'm not quite sure what kind of plastic they're using there, but it's soft enough to move around. But other than that, yeah, the clothing on these girls are wild. This little, I don't know what you want to call this, little fanny pack or little pack does actually open up, and you can see inside of it. You can store stuff in there if you want. They come with a metric shit ton of accessories. It'd probably be a pain in the ass to actually peg that back in. Pockets. I don't know if these are working pockets. They could be. Let's see. What do I have? Do I have something over here that I can test that out? I do. I have a key, if I can pick it up. See if I can fit this key in her pocket. I do not think that is, maybe it is, maybe. No, I don't think that's an actual pocket. I don't think that's an actual pocket, but this might be. No, that's not a pocket either. Okay. I think this belt does work though as a belt. It might be attached somewhere or it's stitched in somewhere in the shorts. But look at the shorts. They're not too big. They're not too baggy. They fit them really nicely, really tight. It does affect the articulation. We'll get to that point. I don't think these girls would be doing a whole lot of like splits or anything like that. Real actual socks. I mean, and the boots are crazy how they are articulated. We'll get there too. The only thing about their articulation I don't like is the way that these elbow joints work. And also, you probably can't tell on camera, but the elbow is definitely a different color than the rest of the arm. The knees are covered up, so you can't really see. But yeah, the way that they designed their soft goods, I mean, they're just phenomenal. They're absolutely beautiful. But that is her. And then we have the other girl, Ari. I guess that's how you make Ari, something like that. But her little, I guess you can call that a scarf, I guess. It is a very soft material also. Same setup, different color. Same kind of belt and everything. Same kind of knee guards. Same kind of socks. Just a different head. I love the way that they did these. Man, these third-party companies, I forget what company this is. I can't tell. I have to look later. But these Chinese companies are absolutely killing it. And this is licensed figures. These are licensed figures. So man, they're doing phenomenal. They're doing a phenomenal job with these third-party figures. I mean, you can't beat them with a stick in a lot of ways. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the accessories because they have so many. And yeah, you'll see who I start with. But yeah, they come with so much. Be right back. Okay, so here are all the accessories for Ari. And so she comes with a gigantic gun blast, a bunch of bullets for whatever reason. I don't know why she came with these. A billy club / axe, I guess. I guess this is something that relates to the game. I played the mobile game a little bit. I don't remember what this was, but maybe it was some kind of power up. But this is, I think this is an S. It can also be a 2. I don't know. It could be a 2, it could be an S. I guess it just depends on the way you have it. But there's magnets in here. I can't quite get this off, but this is a metal piece and there's magnets on here. So that's interesting, I guess. You kind of get this bomb thing. I assume that's what that is. You get several hands. You get a gun, trigger hand, 2 probably just accessory holding hands, another trigger hand, and then this wide open hand. You get another face, which is really nice. Face is really good. And it's blowing a bubble, but the bubble is white. I'm not quite sure why the bubble is this color. Let me check online because I don't recall this being this color, but no, it is online. It is that color. They're definitely using a background to kind of make it look like a different color, but I guess you can put something around it or behind it and make it look pink or whatever if you want to. This big ass blast is wild. Like the accessory itself is pretty cool, I guess. I'm not quite sure what gun does this kind of power, but it is a video game. So then she gets this box with, I don't know, a letter in it that's sealed with like a heart sticker. No idea. This box doesn't fold back or anything. She gets a bunch of bullets, but it doesn't connect to the gun in any way, which is very, very strange. So I don't know why she would have these bullets, but I don't know. But yeah, then you get the machine gun or laser gun. Like, what the hell kind of gun does this and a blast that's this small. So obviously the game is a little over exaggerating things. Then you kind of get this 6-shooter, Dirty Harry type of gun, which is done really nicely. It's kind of worn and has like, you know, rust and stuff on it. So that's pretty good for such a little bitty gun. And then you get this box of nothingness that opens and closes. I mean, I guess it's meant to like stick stuff in it. Like, I looked at the pictures online and they just kind of threw some shit in here. So I guess you can just kind of throw some shit in here. You want to throw these in here? I guess this is what it's meant to do along with this box. I have no idea. I have no idea. See, some of these, I feel like some of these accessories are completely useless unless you're really into the game. It is what it is. That's what we got. So that's her accessories. Okay, and then here are Fiolina's accessories. So starting off with the head, this head is absolutely ridiculous. I know what they're trying to do here, or trying to say what she's doing here, but let's all be serious. The way that she's depicted in the pictures online, she might be eating this food. She might have a sandwich in her mouth or bananas next to her, or this ruby thing. But let's be honest, they have her on her knees eating a sandwich. Like, come on, man. Let's be serious. We know exactly what's happening there. Same thing with the other one. This has some kind of the magnet in it. And the magnet with both issues are, these both have the same issue. You kind of have to perfectly get this in the middle, or it will constantly want to like dart off to the side. So you kind of really got to set that right to get it to sit where you want it to. And it's really hard to kind of do it. It just wants to go any way it wants. Same kind of baton axe. She gets a blanket, I guess, to eat her food. I guess this is her picnic blanket. And when you're at war, you know, sometimes you do need to eat. She gets the same gun, different effect though. This time it is just shoots some kind of explosive laser. And yeah, I mean, the effect itself is really nice, but these guns are wild. She gets a bunch of these bombs. I guess this is like a remote control bomb missile or something like that. This does come out if you need it to, and the wheels do turn. I will give them that. They are working wheels, so that's pretty cool. This piece is really soft, which is a very good idea to make that soft. But yeah, she gets like some kind of remote control bomb. Then she gets this box, and on the pictures online, they have this empty with a bunch of the accessories in it, but it also holds her glasses. Now online, they have, do they have her wearing these? They do have her wearing these. So I guess this is something that she is supposed to be wearing. You get to, there isn't any glass or anything or plastic in the eye holes. They're completely hollow, but I guess you can take this foam out and stick a bunch of accessories in there, because that's how they kind of have it. And it has a little top on it with foam as well. It's very nicely done, don't get me wrong. It looks really, really good. It's just a bunch of accessories I don't see myself using. I will use the glasses, but then you get these huge metal slugs, I guess. And they're huge, but they don't go in anything. Then you get the allotment of hands, you know, accessory holding hands, obviously sandwich holding hands, just wide open hands, and then we got some trigger finger hands. And then she gets the same little Dirty Harry pistol that Ari got. So yeah, they get a ton of accessories that I can't see myself using half of them. I don't have any intention on buying the guys, so I don't know. But anyway, that's it for these accessories. Oh, and I forgot to mention she has a cannonball also. I think I forgot to mention that. And then they do come with two really nice stand and bases, or stand and base. I didn't know what the company's name was before, but apparently it's Tunshi Studios or Tunshi Studios. But it is a bendy, really stiff bendy wire here, or not wire, but bendy arm here for them. This is super loose. I don't know if this can be tightened, but mine is super loose, and it's a very different clamp than I've ever seen. So it's you can pull it out, but it just kind of springs back into action. So I don't know if that's supposed to work like that, but this is the first time I've seen a stand like that. Really sturdy. I love the bases and how it looks all wooden and stuff. And then apparently you can connect them. They come with these little connectors, and so you can connect them like so. So each one of them come with that. So I guess if you get the guys to, I know they just recently came out with another girl with blue hair. I'll probably snatch her up. You can connect all three of them and kind of have them standing next to each other. So that is pretty cool. But anyway, that is finally it for all the accessories. So I'm just going to do one. They have the exact same articulation, even with one's hair being a little bit shorter than the other. Neither one of them can look up. Like, they're not looking up. Even with that neck, neither one of them are looking up. So, but looking down does work very nicely. You do get really nice side to side. You do like that. Obviously 360 exorcist you can do. These clothes can come off, by the way. I'm not going to take them off, but they can go off or come off. That shoulder can get way more than parallel. It's really good. Nice and buttery too, spinning all the way around. There is a swivel in the bicep, but it's pretty tight. But you can do it, and it does spin in the shoulder as well. Super double jointed elbows that don't look great, and they're discolored, but the articulation is there, so I don't mind. You do get your typical wrist hinges, pegs and hinges for the wrist. As far as the abs are concerned, they can go back super duper far. But going forward is pretty good too. It's mostly the waist. Then just for the diaphragm, you're not going to get a whole lot. Diaphragm by itself does go far back, which is nuts. You're going to get your twist there mostly. Side to side on these girls are really good. I do like the side to side. You do get a waist twist though. Waist twist is really good. So you get the diaphragm twist and waist twist combo. Because of the shorts, they're not going to get, I don't want to push it too far and possibly rip the shorts. So I'm just going to say about that for splits. I think that's really all they need. I'm not going to be bothered by that, to be honest with you, considering the soft goods. Walking forward, unfortunately, they can't really do a whole lot of, I mean, these pants are pretty tight, so that's really all you're going to get with the leg going forward, going backwards. There is a little going backwards as well. There is a thigh swivel built into the hip, so that's not too bad. I'm good with that thigh swivel. Double jointed knees, obviously, and if you want, you can move this up. This little knee sleeve, you can move that up to cover up the joint. Obviously, I'm sucking at it, but you can do it. And for the ankles, so the ankles are interesting. I don't know what they have going on in here, but it might just be like a single ball peg, but it does go up, and there's no split there, so it kind of acts like a real boot. Goes up a little bit, goes down, but it fights you and it goes back up, unfortunately. And there is somewhat of an ankle rocker that will stay. So there is quite a few limitations because of the cloth goods or the soft goods that limits her articulation. It limits both of their articulation, unfortunately. There's probably not really any way around it unless they just make this out of a completely different material, maybe like a stretchy material. If they did that, then they could probably move a lot better. But unfortunately, they use like a, I don't know, almost like a khaki type of material here, and no stretchiness, not the stretchy kind of khakis. And khakis don't tend to have a lot of give, like the old school khakis. You know, like the old school Catholic school blue pants that had no give and easily ripped when they shrank in. If they shrank, my mother always took my clothes to the cleaners so they wouldn't shrink. But man, when you could tell the kids' parents whose parents didn't take their clothes to the cleaners because they were flooding and they always had holes in their pants. So anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, that is it for articulations. Let's go ahead and do a quick comparison. Alrighty, and here they are next to a bunch of Hasuki / snail shell / Figma figures that are all kind of like army kind of figures. Or not army, but at least, you know, fighting kind of figures. And I think they fit in so well with this, with the display that I have all of these sitting on. Well, except her, she's not sitting on the display with them. But I think they fit so well. So good. So good. But anyway, that is it for comparisons. Alrighty, so in conclusion, yeah, these are a must get for me. These definitely are going right on the military girl shelf, the military waifu shelf. For sure. I have to find some space because I'm running out of space on that shelf. I'm gonna have to move some shit around, but they have to be there because these girls are so freaking cool. They really are, man. I love the way these look, and I don't even need those stands that they come with. These things are useless. They barely even work. I tried to put them around their waist. The pouches are blocking it. So I have no interest in using those. I will say this. The glasses for her they're not super hard to put on. They got little like rubber things at the end that will help it stick. I used a little like crafting knife, or like a little, you know, like a little knife like this to kind of wedge it up there and get it to sit in there properly. But you can get it to work. You can get them in there, and you should use both of them. The other was just an extra one, but yes, both of her faces need the glasses. So even if you're not going to use it, I suggest go ahead and put them in there. But anyway, but yeah, they're awesome. That is it for the review, though. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.